Hi everyone, welcome to the session of the Citrix Ready technical webinar. My name is Gurpreet and I'm the marketing lead for Citrix Ready program. We are excited to announce the launch of the Citrix Ready Secure Remote Access program. To help you understand what the program is all about and also how you can participate, I have with me my colleague Anil Kumar. He's the technical manager for Citrix Ready. Hi Anil.
Hi Gurpreet, pleasure to be here.
Thank you, Anil. Anil, would you like to introduce yourself to the audience today?
Hi everyone, thanks for taking the time to join this webinar. I'm Anil Kumar. I'm the Technical Marketing Manager in Citrix Ready program. Basically, I work with a lot of you partners to validate your products with network and security ecosystem suite of Citrix's products. Onboard you guys to the Citrix Ready marketplace, and then we go through our journey of doing a lot of technical marketing activities. I've been with Citrix with a little over 3 years now, and it's been an exciting journey. Thanks.
Thank you, Anil. All right, so let's quickly glance through today's agenda. Thank you. So I'll begin with a quick overview of the Citrix Ready program. You'll hear from Anil about the security challenges and the IT complexities faced by the enterprises today, and also how Citrix helps you. He will provide you insights into the Secure Remote Access Program and the eligibility criteria for participation. We'll also talk about the joint marketing opportunities that you can leverage to showcase the joint solutions. Towards the end of the webinar, we will also have a dedicated Q&A session to answer your queries. During the webinar, if you wish to ask a question anytime, I would request you to please use the question panel and we'll take those up later. Also, we will be sharing the webinar recording with you. All right, so let's begin. So most of you are Citrix Ready partners and are aware that Citrix Ready is a technology partnership program where we verify and assure the interoperability of third-party products with Citrix technologies. Through this verification, we offer our customers an added level of confidence when they make a purchasing decision on top of Citrix infrastructures. Being a partner, you gain visibility to a multitude of Citrix customers and resellers, in addition to forging new alliances. The Citrix Ready program also gives you the access to several technical resources such as product licenses, integration support, development kits, and trainings to help you design joint solutions. And it also enables you to support your customers better and strengthen your business ties. So I'm going to let Anil take the lead now. Anil, over to you.
Thanks very much, Gurpreet. So let's see why we are in need of a new security approach. So let's see how the nature of work has really evolved, right? And the need for change in the IT security approach. The role and world of IT and networking professional used to be very clearly defined earlier when we see it in the traditional space. All the applications were well known. You had a known network with well-defined border, and your DMZ was protecting your data center, and you knew what was flowing in and out of it, and it was very predictable. In a nutshell, everything had a well understood boundaries and there was a comfortable level of control. Coming to today's world, we don't have the same level of control. Everything has become disaggregated, as you can see. Users are embracing all kind of apps to stay productive, SaaS applications. It could be cloud apps. It could be applications that live on premises. It could be on the private cloud, public cloud, etc. So apps are really are dispersed in many places. And some of these applications are sanctioned by IT, but many of them are not, which we call shadow IT. And this is not the fault of end users. They only want to be productive. They only want to get things work done real quick in a very efficient way. And what we are also seeing is end users are accessing all these applications from a wide variety of devices. It could be your desktops, laptops, tablets, Chromebooks, mobile phones from various vendors. And again, these could be company owned, and these could be personal devices of end users. So with all this, IT is finding itself with no more end-to-end control, which used to be during the traditional time, which really is a concern in terms of security. There are holes and black areas where there is less or no visibility at all. There is less predictability, which results in more control issues. And you also lose the ability to provide that high quality end user experience. All that said, IT is still expected to deliver a seamless user experience under tight security. So IT managers really need a new security approach to handle all these complexities. Um, in order to address this new way of working that have expanded the workspace outside of the desktop and outside of the corporate network, we need to be able to expand the reach of security to maintain the right amount of control. So let me build this slide up real quick. Because we all know what's happening. Work is distributed, right? It's distributed than ever before. We have users connecting from main offices, branch offices. We have users working remotely, and users are connecting from a wide variety of devices, as I mentioned earlier. And we also see application proliferation. We see IT embracing SaaS, hybrid and multi-cloud approaches, which is taken by enterprises. We also still see some of the legacy and traditional apps still locked behind the data centers for several reasons we know of already. With all this said, you can imagine what it takes to an IT manager to ensure security throughout this distribution of work. So all this is leading IT to throw in a lot of point solutions to address point challenges. Many of these point solutions are powerful individual technologies solving real business problems, but too often they are used in a very overlapping manner, not in a cohesive strategy which we require. And this is all adding up to complexity. This is also a very expensive approach, and this complexity is is increasing security risks. We have some of the data points for it. We did a survey back in 2017 along with Ponemon. We sent out the survey to around 700 organizations. Two-thirds of them believe the complexity of their organizational structures and the IT infrastructure with all the complexity which I mentioned earlier. Is really putting their companies at an even greatest risk for security breaches. And cybersecurity is also playing a huge role, right? It's a huge business concern. So attackers now have they are increasing. They are motivated increasingly through increasingly through financial and monetary benefits which they get. Enterprises are targeted by state-sponsored attackers. An average time to discover a breach is around 200 days. Small businesses and consumers are targeted by ransomware. And when a breach happens to a company, it really takes hit on their trust, reputation. It also there's a huge impact on stock prices, which is incurring a huge loss to the business itself. We've also seen a shortage and in terms of the IT security professionals and experts required. That there's more than 1 million unfilled security jobs in the market. 70% of the companies are planning to increase their cybersecurity teams by 15% or more. And compliance checklist is not considered sufficient anymore, like how it used to be earlier. Another point I want to highlight is the attack surface itself. With the proliferation of apps and devices and applications residing over private cloud, public cloud, SaaS applications. So the attack surface area has become very vast compared to traditional security approaches. And with businesses moving to this new way of working and new locations where data is stored so all these has really led for IT to really embrace or look out for new security approach. So let's see how Citrix helps in this space and to address all the challenges which we've talked about so far. So our answer to this IT complexity to security is our Citrix digital workspace. Only Citrix Workspace offers a user-centric experience where everything you need to work is in one unified application with conditional access and performance made simple on a user context and IT design policies. Citrix Workspace fully aggregates all applications and data across all applications, both on-premise and on the cloud, to deliver the right experience to the right user at the right time. And we call this concept of securing all these various concepts and delivering as a Citrix secure digital workspace, along with the secure digital perimeter around it. To talk a little more about it, with our approach to security, we provide a user a better adaptive and contextual experience based on where they are coming from and devices they are using. We know that complexity is really hard to tame, but it's also where we can help. Really helping organizations dealing with all these complexities and pulling it together in a way that it creates the new software defined perimeter and also enables easy access for people wherever they are around the world, whatever device they come in, to give them contextual access to the apps, information and resources they need. So Citrix Workspace, as I mentioned earlier, we basically provide contextual and secure access to no matter what application the end user is accessing. It could be SaaS application, it could be web, it could be your virtual apps and desktops, and we do this all through our virtual apps and desktops, formerly Zen App and Zen Desktop. We provide mobile and device security through our unified endpoint management software, which was formerly called Zen Mobile. Uh, we also address secure content collaboration through our award-winning content collaboration and control software, or formerly ShareFile. We address business continuity and user behavior analytics and proactive security insights through our Citrix Analytics software. So we have this whole suite of software available through Citrix Workspace, which addresses the IT complexity and the end user experience, which we've talked so far. So now let's see how we can, when I mentioned we have Citrix and our partners, Citrix Ready partners can help in the security journey. So as Gurpreet mentioned earlier, we are launching the Citrix Ready Secure Remote Access Program again this year. We had launched this program back in 2016, 2017, where we addressed five key security categories, which were identity and access management, application security, network security, device security, monitoring and response. Those were the five categories which we took last year. We've worked with a lot of partners in terms of how Citrix and the partner product can really add that extra layer of security, which helps end users or companies embrace secure remote access in their companies. I've highlighted some of the key partners which we worked in our previous phase of the program, and some of the collaterals and lead gen webinars which we did last year. So we wanted to change it a little bit this year. We thought the security landscape has really changed, and there were three new categories which we felt were more important to address because of all the challenges and how IT has evolved over the years. So the three categories which we picked this year is the endpoint and mobile security, the cloud security, and security monitoring and response. So what we are really looking for is for products under these categories which can integrate or interoperate with Citrix Digital Workspace and provide that added layer of security to help companies embrace secure remote access, which also helps IT reduce their complexity in terms of management in order to reduce all those various point solutions which have overlapping functions. So we want to really provide our mutual customers with joint solutions which addresses security challenges in these three key areas. And the reason why we took these three key areas, first of all, let's talk about the endpoint and mobile security. So when we talk about endpoints, isn't every endpoint a security problem? We can send malwares through internet. We can send it through emails and things like that. But until it reaches or lands on an endpoint, it's not doing much. But once it lands, that's where that's where the security threat starts. So endpoint and mobile devices security is very important. cloud is something which we've taken up this time. The reason being the migration and movement of many enterprises going to private, public, and hybrid cloud models. They are also looking into many companies have already embraced SaaS applications. We have SaaS applications which are unsanctioned, which many end users use, and it's really important to have access control over these apps. It's really important to take care of that multi-tenancy risk which comes with public cloud deployments. It's really important to secure the IaaS models, etc. So cloud security is another important category which we are looking for. And the third category is so this is no brainer, right? Security monitoring is always important, and this time we are not stopping at monitoring. We are looking for tools which can monitor, log, and even respond automatically. Some of the examples for endpoint and mobile security could be your EPP and your endpoint detection and response tools. Uh, when it comes to cloud security, it could be your CASBs, it could be your cloud-based DLPs and things like that. And for security monitoring and response, it could be your analytics tool, it could be the SIM and SOAR tools, which many enterprises are using. So what's the qualification criteria to participate in this program? So it's very simple. Your product should fall under any of these categories. It could be only endpoint, it could be only mobile security, it could be both endpoint, mobile and cloud security. So it could fall under one or all of the three categories. And very importantly, it should be able to your product should be able to integrate or interoperate with our Citrix suite of products. It could be under the digital workspace category, where we have our virtual apps and desktops, our content collaboration, and things like that. It could be our networking products like the Citrix ADC, the Citrix App Firewall, the Citrix SD-WAN, etc. Or it could be our newly launched Citrix Analytics product. So what do you have to do? So right after this webinar, we'll be sending you a follow-up email with the link to register to the program. So you could put in all the details about your company, your product, and which Citrix product you have already interoperation with, or if your product is already Citrix ready and we want to move forward with that. If your product is not already validated, we'll go through the validation process. And finally, once the product is approved, we run a lot of joint, we have a lot of joint promotions to leverage, which I'll hand over now to Gurpreet to explain some of the joint promotions we are offering as a part of this program. Gurpreet?
Thank you, Anil. So let's talk about our joint marketing plans to promote your Citrix compatible products and how we can actually help you expand your market reach. So we have lined up some exclusive campaigns to advertise our joint security solutions. As part of the Secure Remote Access program, we will develop two co-branded assets, a deployment guide and infographics. And Citrix Ready will take care of everything from the creatives to the copywriting. And we will be working closely with technical contacts from your side to decide the content and messaging. And once these assets are created, they will be published on an exclusive resource library on the Citrix Ready marketplace. And we will also design some cross promotions and around it with our partners. You may also leverage the lead gen webinars campaigns and podcasts to talk about your successful integration with Citrix. Again, the Citrix Ready marketing team will help you design a detailed webinar campaign for you, wherein we create the registration page and the communications to generate leads for you. We will also run the promotions through emails, social media, and web banners to drive registrations for you. A podcast is another popular marketing format, and Citrix Ready has tied up with the renowned tech forum DABCC. So the podcast will be recorded in a very casual, conversational style format, and DABCC will host these recordings on the exclusive Citrix Ready page on the DABCC site and publish them on iTunes and Play Store as well. These podcast and webinar recordings will also be promoted across our Citrix Ready social media network. Um, Last but not the least, we are also planning to blog about the Citrix compatible security solutions once the Secure Remote Access program has been concluded. Um, I think those are some of the activities we have, and I think Anil, over to you.
Thanks, Gurpreet. I think there's a lot of joint promotional benefits which our partners can really benefit out of this program, and we really look forward for many of our partners to kind of participate and be a part of this journey. So with that said, with that said, we'll be sending the link to register for the program through our follow-up emails. Ensure you participate, you fill in your details and register before September 30th. That's the deadline for the registrations, and after that we'll be working closely with a lot of you to kind of build that secure remote access story. So with that said, let's move on to the Q&A session. Gurpreet, do you see anything in the questions panel? Let me also take a look.
I think there are a couple of questions which I can answer, Anil. So there's a question that these is there a cost factor associated with these campaigns? So since these are being offered as part of the secure remote access programs, there'll be no cost involved for you to participate in these campaigns with us. So please feel free to reach out to us at Citrix Ready at citrix.com once a product has been verified, and we can definitely start working with you on these activities.
Great. There's a question for me. I think I'll take it up. There's a partner who's asking, we are a Citrix Ready partner, but there's a new product which is not verified yet. Can we participate in this program? So the answer is yes, definitely. So just like any other Citrix product, we'll have to go through the validation first of all. We'll see if the product is a good security fit for this program, and then we'll go ahead and approve your product, and that's how you could participate in this program. Any other questions?
Yes, I think there's one more question. So a partner, they're mentioning they are at the access level and they would like to participate in this program. And again, I think they have some concerns around the campaigns. So once again, since irrespective of the membership level, whether you are a paid partner or you're not a paid partner, again, please go ahead and participate in the program, and we will work out the marketing campaigns with you. There'll be no cost associated with it.
That sounds great, Gurpreet. Thank you. I think that's about it in terms of the questions. But if you do have any questions during the course, please drop an email to citrixready@citrix.com, and we'll be happy to address that. And with that said, I see one of the attendees asking if this webinar will be recorded? The answer is yes, and we will share the recording with all the attendees and registrants for this webinar within a day or two. With that said, we are about to end today's webinar. I want to take a moment and thank everybody who made time to attend this webinar today. I want to thank Gurpreet for sharing some of the great insights in terms of the marketing benefits which Citrix Ready offers, and that's about it. Thanks everybody for joining. Have a nice day. Bye bye.